congratulations on
Thanks,
the win.
mate.
Apologies for starting on a sour note after a victory, but how's Max Simpson?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but they're pretty confident that it's all precautionary at the moment. Yeah, so fingers crossed. He's just going to get checked now, and he seems in good spirits. He's just a bit tight, but it was a pretty nasty collision. So you would expect that that he would take it real cautious with him.
Was a concern sort of neck?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It is. It's unfortunate.
Like, years,
yeah. Look, there's every odd possibility he's fine, good to go. Like I think all the whole game looks after those neck injuries and takes it very serious. So like sometimes it can look worse than that actually is.
You had some disruption before the game, obviously, with Keenan dropping out and Ash Hanley in the week. Were you pleased with the way the team again handled that? Yeah,
we're really good at our responses at the minute around any little bit of adversity or just getting on with the job. And I thought our first 10 to 15 minutes we were a bit flat and a bit tired and not lethargic, but we didn't have the same energy levels that we've been displaying. So credit to the boys, they showed plenty of character and they just hung in there, and knew that once we got that try, we found a bit of energy from it. So that's what good teams need to do. You're not always going to be at your best, and it's been it's a long season, and we've been working pretty hard. We had 3 sessions this week, probably working a bit hard at this stage of the year, but it's good for our mindset and mentality, and now we can start to just focus more on getting ourselves right recovery-wise for each game.
When you got that little roll on after the first try, it was impressive stuff then, wasn't it? It was pretty irresistible for 15 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, we just needed that spark and get that bit of energy, and once we got that energy, there's a lot of belief there, and you've seen that in that period, and we've got the ability to put some back-to-back tries on pretty quickly, which can help in the context of the game. Like you can sort of be in a game and then you can give yourself a bit of breathing space quite quickly when they do that.
You gassed about Jake Connor every week. Another masterful performance for him, 1 try. I think he's set up 3 others.
He's doing a good job. They're all the pretty stats, but I just like how he's controlling the game. That's the important thing for us at the moment. He's learning to build the game. Our second try there, we didn't quite get the looks that we were after, and instead of him pulling the trigger, he just kept getting the boys to break it down, another tackle. Got to the last play and put the kick on the money. That just shows you his involvement as a game manager. Whereas maybe even 5-6 weeks ago, if we didn't quite get to where we needed to, he's still trying to play every play. So, and that's just a credit to where the spine's at the moment too. I think they've really started to gel over probably the last month.
I was going to say, Croft, obviously he's not quite grabbing the headlines the way that...
yeah, but he's doing a really good job. Crofty's playing a really good support role. He's a threat with the ball. He's running. He's doing a lot of work with his communication on where the ball should go, and often, he's taken that. He's put his ego aside, and often, he's not getting the ball because it needs to go the other direction if teams are marking up on him. But I think physically he's been very good for us, Crofty. He's been really good defensively and with his effort areas, I think.
There was on report, I think it was Joe Shorrock, said he
contact was above the knees. Yeah.
And Keenan Palacio, how late was that?
It was this morning, 10 o'clock. We made that late change. Knew about it yesterday after training. It's just his knee was a bit grumbly, and from last week, trained all right Wednesday and Friday, but something stirred it up, and we'll just see how we got a short turnaround this week, so we'll just see what happens there.
Did Mick and
Yep.
Cooper Jenkins get through?
Yep.
Okay. No problems.